Wrestle this and that. Wrestle this and that. I'm Brother Reed. With Brother Don Juan, wrestle this and that. Wrestle this and that. We talk about wrestling, it's a fact. I'm Brother Reed. With Brother Don Juan, wrestle this and that.
We're back with another recap of Wrestle This and
That.
I'm your host, Brother Rick, and this is my co-host,
Brother Don Juan.
And guess what? Don Juan is getting ready to kick Smackdown off.
All right, guys. So we're going to go straight into it. Recap Smackdown from last night. And it started off with Renee Young. And she was like, heard Dean Ambrose is going to have a huge announcement. Can't wait for him to get in. And all of a sudden this black Ford truck comes rolling up.
Trying to be Austin.
Well, yeah, a lot smaller version of Austin.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Dean Ambrose gets out. He says, hey, I got something I got to say, but I like to say it face to face. So I'm going out to ringside. I'm going to call out Kevin Owens.
Call him out.
So he walks down ringside. He says, hey, I got this big announcement. Can I get a drum roll?
He want a drum roll.
And he got it.
He got it. You know, somebody was around there with a drum roll.
So he gets around. He gets the drum roll going, and next thing that you know, not Kevin Owens, but Sheamus comes out.
Hey, squad up Sheamus.
And Dean's big announcement was that he wanted to challenge Kevin Owens to what? To a last man standing match at Royal Rumble.
Last man standing. Somebody got to be standing at the last time. No
10
doubt.
count. 10 count. So, spirit fingers. So, anyways, that
Like
10
you
count.
fly away.
Sheamus, he says that's all great and everything like that, but on Monday night you left me with a scar.
Yeah, he did.
And 3 stitches. They
Stitches
said
right
closed it up.
down.
So he said a battle scar. And I want to give you one. And so he gets ready. So Dean says, well, just come on down. So he gets ready to come on down. And then Kevin Owens comes out. He says he accepts the challenge. And he's like, that I've accepted the challenge. It's me and my partner and you. And they get ready to surround the ring. All of a sudden, who comes out? Dean's partner for the night.
Brother Neville.
Dean's tag team partner for the night. Neville comes out. He does a couple kicks.
Comes out of nowhere.
Drops down Kevin Owens. And Dean's able to get the advantage on Sheamus. And then boom, 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 that match is set up. So,
it's set up for the main event.
So the main event is going to be Kevin Owens.
And Neville's.
No, and Sheamus.
Oh, yeah, Sheamus.
Versus Dean Ambrose and Neville. All right, so very first match of the night, got a tag team tables match. Been a while since SmackDown was excited about having a tag team tables match.
A long time.
They had the Dudley Boys taking on the Wyatts.
Luke Harper.
And Eric Rowan. So no Braun Strowman, but Strowman did make his way out.
Yeah.
No Bray Wyatt at all on the night. So Strowman was calling the shots. Match goes back and forth for a while. You get to see a little bit of the Dudley Boys getting to do some moves and
Dudley Destructions. That's what
they looked like. They looked like they were on all cylinders. Wyatt's to start getting the advantage of the match, and next thing that you know, Bubba pulls the table away so that Devon doesn't go through the table, keeps the match going.
Table pull.
They end up getting Bubba outside the ring. Devon and Luke Harper are fighting over on the stairs, and Braun Strowman comes charging after Bubba. He misses him. He kind of just falls right out of the ring. Bubba goes outside the ring, starts fighting Rowan and Strowman. He runs over. He sees that Luke Harper's kind of just dangling there, and they'd set up a table over by the announcing table, and Bubba comes up and he pushes him.
Just pushed him.
And he falls to the table, and so the Dudley Boys...
That was a weak win, if you ask me.
Yeah, so Dudley Boys get the win, and you're like, well, come on, what about Domination? Well, then Domination starts. Braun Strowman gets in the ring. He throws Devon into the right corner, breaks the table,
Demolish him.
puts up another table. They throw him into the left corner, and then they proceed to take Bubba outside the ring with Strowman calling the shots. He says, down.
I don't know how it was. I can hardly understand what,
I know,
what
right?
he was saying. You know.
So,
but he double power bump.
no, double choke slam.
Not choke slam.
Double choke slam through the table.
Out of power bump.
Lays them both down, and that was that segment. So the Wyatts lose the match, but they win the war, so to speak.
Eventually, yeah.
Dudley's hadn't had a win in a while, so I'm sure that's why they went with that route.
They thought WWE was getting ready to fire him again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're out the door.
So then our next match is our new faction, the Social Outcasts, which they got shirts and they got music.
Nice shirts.
And
Nice,
decent music.
yeah.
So they were fighting.
All the characters, though.
They were fighting the Never Will Be's.
Or never could be's, too.
Probably going to be a faction real soon, too. You have
They kicking these factions out in 2016.
You got Goldust. Who else you got?
And he had Brother Goldust and Tough and Strong Zack Ryder.
Oh, and then you had the Mizdow.
Mizdow. Well, is he going by Mizdow or is he just going by David Sandow?
Maybe just Damien Sandow.
You know, because he had his little robe and everything on. But,
right.
oh, man, that's a waste.
And they had one other person. Who's that? We
the people.
Jack Swagger.
That we forget all the
Now
time.
see Jack Swagger, and like you just had Jack Swagger supposed to be like, championship contender for Alberto Del Rio's title, or
lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, so
I mean, of all people, you got Damon Sandow, who we know can duke it out with not only Sheamus but John Cena at the time that he was really being pushed and whatnot. I mean, you had all these guys who are really up and coming, and then you got these social outcasts, and you said they're new up and coming. I beg to differ.
So the match goes back and forth for a while. Finally, Bo Dallas gets in the ring, and he this is the only highlight of the match to me. Was you had Heath Slater dancing his one-man band jig outside. Bo Dallas does the Bo Dog, and when he's running it off the ropes, he Slater off the apron. Slater's like, "What the heck just happened?" Well, you gotta win. Bo gets the cover. He gets the 1, the 2, and the 3. So the Social Outcasts win.
Their first match.
So they're excited. They're jumping all around like
my God, it's horrible.
They look like they've never won a match before because they haven't.
I mean, I think that's the type of stuff you put on Stars, man. You don't put that on Smackdown or USA.
I guess maybe they are really trying to push them.
Yeah, right out the door. That's what they should
do. So that was that, and then
should have a long time ago.
You had a United States Championship match with the new United States Champion Kalisto.
Third match,
defending his title against
Alberto Del Rio.
USA champion. So Del Rio, he says that he's going to squash him this time for sure. They go back and forth. It's not as good as match as it was on Raw.
No.
But it was an entertaining fight. Wade Barrett kept on finding himself getting involved in the match, and kept on getting distractions. And through the distractions, Del Rio was able to get the cross arm breaker on. Kalisto was able to get out of it. Kalisto started getting control of the match after another distraction. Alberto was outside the ring.
That was a good move, man. Wade Barrett pulled him to a side, and Kalisto crashed and burned.
And he ended up landing kind of on that shoulder again. And then right when he came in, Del Rio reapplied the cross arm breaker, and Kalisto immediately tapped.
He had no choice.
Immediately, and you could hear him screaming. Like, I felt bad because he was tapping and the ref wasn't ringing.
Well,
he was like, ah, 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 ah.
That ref was blind, dude.
Ding, 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 ding.
That ref, is his arm broke yet? Ring the bell.
So on Raw, we had a title change hands, which is United States title, and Kalisto, unfortunately, quickly loses the belt back to Del Rio on SmackDown.
Win it. I mean, that was just people was very excited that he won it. They was looking for bigger and better things from Kalisto, and then next 2 nights he loses it. I just, man, it was just a disappointment.
It was disappointing. Even more disappointing was the fact that I thought that SmackDown was live. RECO comes in on Tuesday or on Wednesday, the night before, and he says, "What I tell you, man, they had him lose the belt." I said,
I'm the RECO rumor report. I get around.
I said, "What are you talking about, man? I thought I was live." He's like, "I don't think so. I got the pictures," and so I went on WWE, and yeah, sure enough, it still is taped on Tuesdays, shown on Thursdays, even though it's on USA. So
I have Triple H to email me sometimes.
So that was disappointing. I already knew he was going to lose the belt. I watched it anyways, and he lost the belt.
Watch it bad.
So then after that, you have Becky Lynch and Brie Bella. And
beautiful Brie.
It was a great match. Brie got some big kicks in, but
dominated a little bit.
A little bit until it really mattered, and then
it really mattered.
Then Becky got her in the corner, did that second rope jump kick to his.
I don't understand. Was it chest?
I guess it's up here.
She's gonna hurt something up there.
Right. So and then into an exploder suplex, and then Brie tried to get a move on. She tried to get the Bella Buster on, and it was blocked, and to put it into the disarmer. And she got
that hurts, man. That looks like it's painful.
It definitely does. She took Brie's arm with her.
Yeah, she did.
She got the win. She also wants Charlotte at Royal Rumble.
She wants her. Something you and I have been talking.
So we'll find out whether or not Charlotte decides that she get back. And Becky said that she could bring her entire family. She can bring a mom. She can bring the dad.
She don't want to bring the mama.
She don't care who she brings. As long as she gets that title shot, she says she is going to make Charlotte pay, and she's going to take the belt.
You said she didn't care who she brings.
That's what she said. She said she bring an entire family.
She's going to get beat the whole entire family, Kyle.
The Flares roll.
They roll together, man.
They roll.
Grandmama going to get a couple of kicks in this week, I'm telling you.
Then we go back to our main event, and Ambrose, Neville, Sheamus, and Owens. And it actually was a really good match. All four of them put on a really good show. Neville not so much because he wasn't in the ring, but once he got in the ring, he got an opportunity to do his thing too.
Yeah, put on this show.
And only the crazy thing about it was once Sheamus and Owens got control of the match, they started fighting outside the ring, and Owens throws the tabletop of the announcer's table onto Ambrose. There's the disqualification again. So
that's weird because don't they do all that stuff?
I know. I just don't understand it. It's like every single time Kevin Owens has to get disqualified for things that are just random. It did take away from a good match. At the end, Neville got a flip over top the ropes and got everybody off. Him and Dean started taking control of the match again, and they got Kevin Owens in the ring, and Dean hit the dirty deeds. Neville was begging. He was begging. He said, "Get him over the corner for me,
please."
So he puts him over.
Don't steal a show, he said.
So he puts him over in the corner. Neville does the red arrow. Boom. And while he was on top of him, he was staring down Owens, and that's how SmackDown went. That's how it ended.
Went real quick, didn't it? It would have been a good SmackDown if they had the social cast. They have other matches that they can put there, man. It makes SmackDown really stands out and really make you want to watch it like you want to watch Raw, but they keep coming up short.
So what do you rate it?
I give the SmackDown rating this week, man, a 6.5.
All right, now I'm feeling generous. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7. I probably would have had an 8 if they could have either put another good match in or like you said, or not had the social outcasts. Or if you're gonna have the social outcasts and you're trying to build them up, have a team with at least decent people, not what they win against.
Using the social outcasts to me, it seemed from the match, it just seemed like it's turned out to be a comical type deal. You got Bo doing goofy things, and you got Slater looking at him like he's stupid or whatnot. I just think it's a gimmick that's not going to last, and they're going to break up pretty soon. I'd be surprised if we go further than what is going now.
And
waiting on the Becky match that you and I said that definitely may take place. I guess Charlotte got to answer this Monday night if she's going to accept the challenge or not for the Royal Rumble WWE title, Divas title match or whatnot. That's going to be good. That's on the card. And the Kevin Owens now. Is the Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, is that for the Intercontinental Championship?
That is for the Intercontinental Championship. So
2 championship matches so far.
Well, we gotta wait and see if Charlotte accepts it.
She will.
Right. Well, I know. I know. So there you go. So now you got a little preparation for Royal Rumble as it is next week. So
hopefully coming Monday and hopefully Monday and Thursday and Tuesday and Friday we come back with you with more matches and definitely more people who's going to enter the Royal Rumble.
So
some surprises.
So the 5 things I liked about SmackDown.
Take your time. Take your time, bro. Take your time.
I liked the Alberto Del Rio and Kalisto match. Thought it was good. I didn't like that Kalisto lost a belt, but I did at least enjoy the match. I liked that after they had the Dudley Boys win, that they let the Wyatts beat them down to keep on showing that they're a strong faction. I like the fact that Dean Ambrose challenged Kevin Owens to a last man standing match. I think that's gonna be awesome.
I knew they was gonna have a match, but I didn't know it would
right.
be
So
that.
right, absolutely,
That's
we knew it was
great.
gonna be a match, but last man standing is gonna be awesome. I like the fact that even though Neville wasn't in the match, that they still let him shine a little bit. I don't know. Neville seems to me like he could be maybe the next United States champion
Keep him
myself.
relevant. Oh yeah,
And then the last thing that I liked was I liked that the counter that Becky Lynch had to be able to get the disarmor on. So those are like the 5 things that I enjoyed about SmackDown. So
great, man.
Stay tuned, guys. We got Rico's Rumor Report coming up next, and then later on we'll talk about what do I think.
What do Don think?
There, you guys.